All right, everybody, I'm coming to you from downtown Houston. Right behind me here is the Harris County Administration Building. Now, what makes this so important is after the voting's done, after all the results are turned in, they come in here. But the problem is the early voting. The problem is the voting process. Now, I have a proclamation here. This is from Governor Gregg Abbott. He sets a special election date for the 18th Congressional District. Now, listen to this. Gregg Abbott today issued a proclamation announcing Tuesday, November 4th, 2025 as a special election date to fill the seat vacated by the late Congressman Sylvester Turner. Now here's where it takes a turn and gets ugly. No county in Texas does a worse job of conducting elections than Harris County, said the governor. The governor, they repeatedly failed to conduct elections consistent with state law. Now, that is really ugly. So now, as a candidate, I realized that there were lots of deficiencies in the voting process here in Harris County, but in particularly District 18 was rife with corruption. Here is Exhibit A. Exhibit A, this is Exhibit A. In 2020, I was on the ballot as an independent candidate for District 18. And this person voted. Now, what makes this very unusual is this lady had been dead for 20 years. So how did she vote? Now, when this evidence was presented to the district attorneys here in Harris County, they didn't take any action. So now, if the governor knows it's corrupt, then surely our elected officials must notice a problem. Now, as a voter, what we need is we need to create a process that you can be confident with the process. That way you can believe the results of the election. All right, now, with this said, every election, I think, in District 18 for Congress is questionable. So I'm just pointing this out to you that we have to take charge of our country and our government in every level, but this is what I was trying to demonstrate to you. We're number one in voter ballot harvesting is what it's called. So this is the way it works. During the early elections, they have organized political crime rings that get information from people who have been deceased. Then they have people inside the voting facilities that let them come and vote. Please remember, we have a party here that says that you don't have to have identification to vote. So during the early voting, we have about 100 places that they can go and cast votes for people who are no longer living. Now, the election is going to be in November 2025. I'm going to have my name on the ballot, but this is what I'm running against. It was never me not working hard enough. It was all the things that were going on behind the scenes, and we didn't have anybody paying attention. Lastly, if somebody with the Department of Justice in Washington is looking for a person to file a complaint, I could be that candidate. If Kent Paxson is looking for somebody in Austin to file a complaint, if they have evidence for corruption in this district, I'll be the complainant. If our local district attorney needs a candidate that would file a complaint to make sure these things never happen, I'll be that candidate. I was on the ballot in 2014, 18, 20, and 22. This is unique. I'm unique historically because nobody's ever done what I've done. So I'm still out here working for you and fighting for you. This is just a little bit of what we have to fight through to make sure we can return our government back to the American people. This is my message to you. Thank you.